That's all it is. Yeah, you can tell him that from me. Tell him to bless her that you're a girl wearing man clothes. You understand? You know, and you need a slap. You
Oh my
know,
God.
he is, man. I'm gonna buy him a skirt for Christmas. Yeah, I wouldn't even buy it for him. You know what I mean? And just get him a bra or something
Oh.
like that, put over his head. You know.
Oh
But yeah, say
God.
God. Look at Shim. We call them Shim. It's not a him and it's not a she. He's a Shim. He's right in the middle. He doesn't know what he is. Anyway, don't worry about that. So, today, right, today, people, we're going to talk a little thing today. What we're going to talk about is relationships.
Relationship.
Yeah. Otherwise, you there with a partner and so forth. And
The boundaries.
the
Boundaries in
boundaries. What
relationships.
boundaries? What boundaries?
Yep.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Well,
What boundaries?
that's right.
Hopefully, the other ladies can join in if they know about relationships, if they've had one. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it coming like these women don't have relationships, they just banged up in some kind of, I don't know, kidnapping thing with a ring. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You get kidnapped and you get a ring. Yeah, kidnapping with a ring. So that's what it's coming like. You know what I mean? It's a bit like that for real. It feels
That's what
like
becomes,
that.
isn't it? After they say they put a ring on your finger, that's what they say. Oh man, I've been sabotaged. I shouldn't be in a relationship.
Yeah, well, tell the team don't worry. What I need to do, I need to have I need to organize a meeting with everyone. So someday during the week, I want all of us to have a little Zoom meeting or a Skype meeting, and we do once a month and we discuss where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so we've got to discuss so that we're all on the same page and we're all moving for the same cause.
Yes.
I know we've got our girls
Exactly.
in America and all of that stuff. We still need to make them understand what we're doing and we're all on the same page, dealing with the same thing, because their debates seem to be they're interviewing people. You understand?
Yeah, I told them it's like a debate. No, well, it's not. It's a conversation, isn't it? It's like we're having, like today. Today's going to be an example, and I hope you're listening. It's like you and me going to be online, and we've got a topic, and we're going to discuss. Basically, you're going to have your views, my views, and the callers going to have their views. This is all personal, and it's nothing to be like. We're not all perfect. We will agree and disagree to lots of things, but that does not mean we have a hate agenda. Do you understand? We have views.
Yeah, well, most of the things.
And we stick by our views. Like you.
Yeah, I need my pen just in case you ask me a good question. Right. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. So whenever you can arrange the meeting with everyone, and we just have a Zoom meeting and actually know what we're going, because of what we've got to do. For those who are listening, we're setting up a platform for people that get been abused in the past, whether physically, mentally, whether you're male or female. We're setting up a platform for this. So we've got to make sure all the ladies them are on the same page. The man them, if you got a woman that beats you, this is the place for you to be. Unless you like the beating. Some man them do them kinky like that still. I wear woman clothes.
Yeah.
So so where do we want to start now? Oh yeah. And if you want to join in, you can either call us on the phone line, or you can call us on the WhatsApp. That's today, and then Thursday we'll be here again from 2 to 4. So we're doing 2 shows. I'm sure I do 3 shows.
What's the frequency for our radio?
I don't know the one in St. Lucia yet. I'm gonna get that one this week. And the other one and the one in the UK is 97.7.
Okay.
Right. And they're also on the internet as well. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Cool.
that's it. So,
Right.
where do you want to start?
Like you said, I hope everyone's listening in. Well, I hope everyone's listening in. It's about relationship boundaries today. We're going to talk about how can we be in a relationship and respect each other's boundaries at the same time and keep a healthy relationship.
All right.
And go on. Usually, obviously, lots of cases, and I've spoken to so many people, and personally, I've seen a lot of close friends, families, that the respect of privacy sort of disappears. That boundary breaks most of the time, and then you get the narcissistic people that come in and they try and control you. And I think that sort of breaks off a relationship, and people find that they had certain boundaries initially without discussing, and slowly it all withers away, and it becomes like basically I don't care business now. So do you think, and this is to the viewers out there though, this is personal, like I always say, these are our personal views, me and Bless, we don't speak for anyone, we speak for ourselves here. But do you think if we go in a relationship, depending on your experience and how old you are, do you think we should put boundaries in place in the beginning, or do you think we should wait and put boundaries into place?
All right. When you say boundaries, give me an example of the boundaries.
Like certain say she has ability to communicate. Say if a lady's always out and about, she's a very independent lady, yeah. And so she's always doing things and going out and about, and it's like a norm thing for her. So now she's with a partner and she's still doing the same thing, but the partner already knew about that. But because now they become in a relationship, it takes a toll on, because now they probably, the other half is expecting the other half to spend less time out with their friends and families and give more time to the relationship. But keeping in mind, the other half, and I'm saying partner B might think, I am giving you time, but I'm also need to do my thing as well. But partner B's thinking, no, you're still doing what you did when I met you, but now we're in a relationship, so we need to be a bit more real. So you need to think about my feelings, my physical needs, my expressions, things like that. So this is what I'm trying to get.
All right.
So do you think we should put things into perspective from day one?
All right then. All right. I used to be like a player kind of vibes. You understand? And when you meet the right person, or you think is the right person, you drop all of those things because you now create boundaries to protect the person that you're with.
Cool.
Now, does the person that you're with respect
the
sacrifice that you have made for them? Yeah. If they do respect that, that's the thing. Do they respect that? Do they really acknowledge that this girl or this guy, like for example, a girl could be out there, she can get any man she wants, she can rave, she can go anywhere she wants. Right, same thing with the man them. And as soon as they get into a serious relationship, they literally should stop that. Yeah? Because now there is boundaries, because you have to make the other person feel secure.
Right, so that's a healthy way of looking at a boundary, yeah? So like, you know what? Partner A decided to leave and let go of things because they want to protect their family and their partner. But then partner B could say, hold on a minute, I don't want you to do that. Carry on. So this is what I'm trying to get at. So to have a healthy relationship, do you think we should be honest with it, just say from day one, say, do you know what? I don't want you to do this, and I want you to be like this. Do you think that's the right way of going about doing that, though? Because you can also put something off. You could put the whole thing off by saying that as well.
Yes
like
and no.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I met a woman, and the first time I try a thing, she directly laid the boundaries right there. She like say
Oh
like,
wow.
you
Okay. Cool.
understand? First time like, yo, if you're gonna deal with me, it's not no fling thing. You understand? You have to take the whole package.
Yes.
You understand? Her boundaries was
Yeah.
laid from the
Yeah.
beginning. So I to respect that. You know what I mean? I have boundaries too.
So then it's
But
oh.
I don't think I did declare my boundaries actually. I think I never did that at the
So we
beginning.
have to take responsibilities for our own actions, yeah? Our own actions that we put into a relationship. Yes?
Yeah, and the
That's saying
sacrifice.
one point saying, yeah.
Yeah, and the sacrifice that the other
Oh.
person makes. For example, sometimes the women they sacrifice a lot for the
Yeah.
relationship, and sometimes the man sacrifices a lot for the relationship.
Yes.
You understand? I
Yes.
gave up a lot of
Yes.
things and a lot of ways, geet up.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
And a few
Mm.
years later down the line, you have to look at it and say, well, boy, you know,
Mm.
vice versa. Like with the women,
Mm.
them they give up a lot of things, a lot of restrictions. They even let go a lot of friends when they get into a
Yeah. Yeah.
relationship. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they get into the
Yeah.
relationship and realize it's not what it is,
Mm.
then they're gonna say, well, look what I sacrificed for this
Mm.
relationship.
So there's nothing wrong, is it? So basically, there's nothing wrong in saying that, isn't it? It's like me saying, partner B saying, I'm not going out with you tonight because boys, my wife don't like it. So you know what? She don't like me going without her. So I'm going to call it a day. Now, a lot of guys will turn around and say, whoa, what's this? Come on. Once or twice, you know. And then the guys saying, no, I'm sorry, she don't like it. I'm not doing it. I want peace in my yard, and I want, you know, and I love my girlfriend. Now, would you see that as a controlling thing, or would you say no? That is giving respect and taking responsibility for your own, you know, boundaries that you've set within the couple together.
Well, it is a bit of respect because you need your partner to trust you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to you need your partner to know that you can be trusted. Now, you going out every week with your brethren, them that doesn't show that you can be trusted because because your partner's not there. You understand? Now, that's how I see it anyway. Some people say, nah, he's all right. You know what I mean? She can go out. I used to play out with the sound system every week. I'm out there every week, yeah? When I got there, yeah, man, there's enough gal, this, that, rare. But because I had the missus at home, I never saw them.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So really, truly, when you're in a relationship that is for you, and you are at peace in that relationship, when you go out there and you see a nice girl or a pretty girl or whatever, you don't really see them. That's the funny thing about it. You know what I mean? I never used to see them. They're there, and I see them, but I don't really see them. You understand? Like when you're not when you're not in a relationship, you
I know
see
what you
them and
mean.
you have a look and say, yeah, man. But when you're in a relationship, you just look and you just keep it moving because you already know what you got, and you already know what you got is better than whatever's out there, and that's what you believe. You know. So then,
So you're saying, for a healthy relationship, basically, obviously, trust is needed. A good communication skills amongst each other, like they need to talk a lot,
you have to
and there has to be some sort of compromise in between and commitment. Yeah.
if it's gonna make the other person feel secure, if they feel insecure, and you can compromise to make that happen, then you compromise to make that happen. You know what I mean? But she must do the same for you as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's about that.
That's where we have to compromise. I think compromising in this day and age, I've seen and I've noticed a lot, is it's a tough thing because I find a lot of the ladies, they want to be independent. There's nothing wrong with that. So now it's like I've seen more men in the kitchen and they're more happy to do that, which I'm happy as well. I think that's brilliant there. But so that's like a compromise, isn't it? Because he knows more than half is earning and I'm not, so I don't mind doing that. And there's those who agree with that, but then would worry about what other people are thinking. This is what I'm trying to get at, because relationships alter and differ when they start realizing the community and the people outside there are making a lot of fuss over what's happening in your own yard.
I don't worry about them because at the end of the day,
No, you don't.
You don't worry about them because you're not living with them. You know what I mean? You know, they're not. You don't have to go home to them.
And that's what they need to understand.
Yeah, you
And
don't
most
live with
people
them.
don't.
You don't live with them. What kind of life
Most,
are they living? You see, when you check these people that are saying these things, are these people where you want to be? Or are these people still living at home with mum? You understand? Yeah?
yeah.
Because it's easy to talk the talk when you're living under somebody else's roof and you don't have a roof of your own. Half of these
Yeah.
people are living in their girlfriend's house. You understand? And calling all the shots, but don't have a yard of
Yeah.
their own.
So how would be? That's true. There's no. Yeah. So how could we actually build better boundaries? So say if we had a couple and they were confused and don't know how to actually cope with their relationship, what would you say to that? What advice would you give to them? Say, look, this is what you should do to build a real good, better boundary and a healthy relationship together. What would you set? What goals would you set for these guys?
All right. First thing I say, you must have a vision where you want your relationship to go. You know,
Yeah,
it's
the
like you put a
direction. Yeah,
boat in the ocean. You don't just sail in the ocean till you get to an island. You plan where you're gonna go. If you've got a car outside and you want to go to, say, Yorkshire, you don't just drive to
yeah,
Yorkshire. You plan where you're gonna go before you leave or before you start. So at least
yeah,
have a plan or a vision, what you both want. Once you both agree on that vision,
yeah.
then the other most important thing is communication about where
They need
you're
to know the
going.
limits, don't they? They need to know if the vision's real.
Yeah, but you still need to communication because it's like, if you look at a car,
Of
when
course.
you're driving, you got to know where the next petrol station is on your way because it's a long journey. You know what I mean? You're going like 200-300 miles. You know what I mean? You got to have some communication. All right, where do we stop? When do we stop? Where's the next petrol station? Do we stop at the petrol station? Where are we going to get something to eat on the way? You know what I mean? What are we going to eat? You know what I mean? Do we need what? There's communication between you and the passenger or within you and yourself about the
Yeah, it's
journey.
about. It is. You know what you just said there? It's about yourself, because this is what I was trying to get to. That is the key. That is the key. Les. You yourself have to know what you are, your self-awareness, and what you want, and you tuned into your own self in such a way that you are strong enough and confident enough to carry a relationship with someone else. Then, otherwise, I think it becomes quite weak and gets manipulative somewhere down the road.
Yeah, you got to know what you want first, but then once you get into a relationship, it becomes we. What we want is no longer you one, it's we, because you become one.
Yeah.
You
So
understand?
have you noticed a difference in this in the relationships now that we see with people and couples? I mean, in our times, our grandparents were there for flipping God knows till the day that it was like basically they died together. They're married and they died together. And parents are not bad; they've been doing the same. Now relationships are lasting for 1, 2, 5, 6. I think if you hear a 10-year, you think, wow, they made 10 years there, brilliant. What do you think is the lack? Is it all too me? There is no we.
It's really a us in a relationship.
It should be in it. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
with
but
you.
it becomes me when things ain't going right. Then it becomes me. When the other person's not, when there's no communication or one person ain't really listening to the other, then it becomes I, because you're not listening, and you and I is we. But if you are not listening, then it's just
Yeah,
I.
this is what I'm trying to. Yeah.
You know, and when it becomes I, and you're still not listening, then I move out. I go about my business because you're not listening. You know what I mean? You know, so you have to listen, because at the end of the day, you both need each other, and you because you know what I mean. You do in a relationship. You both need each other, and if one's gonna turn around and realize they're not pulling their weight, you understand? They're making the journey harder. Then you know what I mean. Then it becomes I, because each one's supposed to make the journey lighter for the other one. But if the other one ain't pulling it or making it happen, then it just becomes I, or just becomes you. Like a woman now, you're in a relationship with a guy. Everything's all nice at first. You're cooking, both of you in the kitchen cooking, both of you cleaning. You understand? Both of you looking after the children. 3 years later, it's just the woman one doing everything.
Yeah.
Right? It started off as we. Now it's just I.
It's nice to hear that from you. Yeah.
You understand?
It usually is the case. This is what I'm trying to ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm trying to say, that, you know, you start off so good, right? So do you think in the beginning, if I say, oh, okay, do you know what? I want my partner, listen, I want you to be in the kitchen. I want you to do Tuesday and Wednesday. You do the cooking. I'll do Thursday, Friday. And then on the weekends, we'll do it together. This is what I'm trying to say. So I know it sounds so small, but these little small things become such huge issues when you're living together in the long run. They become the reasons to fight. So this is what I'm saying. So, you know, so in the beginning, if we start saying to each other, okay, you know what, I'm going to define certain things. This is how it's going to be done. Some people might not like it, you know that. If you say to them straight, like, I want this, they're going to think, what? Hold on. This is no book. We'll let things happen and flow. We'll go with the flow, mate. But then if you go with the flow, like you said, one person does really end up in the kitchen and one sits on the sofa all the time.
Yeah, that's how it is. So you can't. You have to communicate. Like I'm in the kitchen a lot, really. I'm in the kitchen a lot. You know what I mean? And I don't mind.
There's nothing wrong.
I don't mind because, as I said, you know what I mean. You have to do what you got to do. You know, but when you realize that you're in the kitchen on your own, you know what I mean. I'm not saying that happens all the time, but I'm just saying, even with a woman now, when they're in the kitchen on their own all the time, it's no longer we. So this is where I said lack of communication. You understand? And the woman does have the power, because if the man's not helping her in the kitchen and she knows that he can but he chooses not to, then when dinner time comes, you go and get your own dinner out the pot.
That's right, yeah.
And if you still don't learn, then you end up cooking your own dinner. Or, you know what I mean?
What do you think about... Yeah, no, I agree with you. What do you think about families when they interfere? A lot of people, man, them can't take a stand, right? A lot of the males can't.
What do you mean?
That's my mum, man.
So
That's my dad.
What do you mean? Like, give me an example.
Doing this. But listen to this. But I can't be doing this. I can't be answering my mum back. She's my mum. Or my dad. I can't leave it, yeah? But, can you hear me? But,
yeah,
they're always cussing their women's family. And they're always cussing their women's family. So it doesn't make sense, because I've seen families where the man's totally cussing the girl's family, but she cusses his family. It's a different dilemma. And what gives him the right to put someone else's family down?
Yeah, but your family is not under your roof. So you shouldn't be arguing about family unless you're bringing your family into your relationship.
Exactly.
And you shouldn't, really, unless you need their support. You know? And that's how I see it. You know?
That's how you see it. What would you say to the people that are making that the main focal point in their marriage?
What do you mean? Making parents they're bringing their parents into their marriage? Then I'm saying where you live.
Yeah, the most. Focal. Yeah, even just yes.
As I said, it depends why the parents are in it. You know, why are the parents in it in the first place? Are they there for support?
A lot of people can't stand up to them. Some are not there for support. Some are just there because they're your parents. That's simple.
Sometimes parents can spoil it, you know. Sometimes parents can be in your relationship and then they're telling the son, "Oh, don't be doing nothing. She's got to do everything." You know what I mean? And then you know what I mean? And
there's another.
you know, and the parents can interfere and make it right, or they make it wrong. At the end of the day, when you met the girl, the parents wasn't there. You understand? It was just you and her. Unless it's an arranged marriage, it's different. You know what I mean? The parents may be involved. You know? But my parents never got involved in any of my relationship, you know. They wasn't involved at all. Cool. They never got involved in anything that says your business. You know what I mean? You make your bed.
Yes, it's
sleep.
Yeah, because what's the worst? The killer conversation where the mother sits back and says, "I know that girl ain't right for you. You watch my words. You see, I know."
Well, sometimes they're right, you know.
So I'm not saying they're not wrong. I'm not saying that. But if she is right and a mother is saying that because she despises that woman, then that's always something in the back of his head, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got two options. He can either listen to what his mum say or prove his mum wrong.
Yeah.
You understand? And the name of the game is for him to prove the mother wrong, and that's it. If he has to. You know, I've been in relationships with people, and I know my mum never liked them, but she never got involved. You know what I mean? Because it's my choice. You know what I mean? She never
And she
liked
let you
them.
deal with it.
No, she never liked
She
them.
let you deal with it.
Never accepted them.
Is it?
No, she never accepted some of them. She go on like she did, but she never really. You understand? But I'm not. She wasn't. She wasn't. But she was polite though about it. You understand? She wouldn't turn around and say, "Me not really check for the girl." You know, I could just tell that she's not really feeling this one, but this one she really likes, and that one she don't really like. That's how women are. Women is like cats. You know, cats and cats don't get on. You know, you got a couple of women under the same roof. After a while, they if they don't get on, they just don't get on. Women are like that. They know it. They suss at each other quickly.
You know? Yeah, they do. Yeah, women do. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't take long to suss at each other.
No, they don't. It's funny you said that. And I've got a cousin of mine who actually married my cousin. Well, no, my cousin married this girl. She was from another part of the community and all the rest of it. And when he married her, no one agreed with her, so they both left home and they decided to go on their own. Now, the dishonesty that came with it was unbelievable. They were just really pulling it down, really putting him down. They did everything in the world that they can to manipulate the guy and make him leave her. You know what? Today, they've got 4 daughters, and they proved everybody wrong. And now they all turn around and they feel so like, I don't want to see your face, because you know what? It's embarrassing to face this couple, because they literally proved the whole family members wrong, because they were just standing there making everything they can to make this marriage break and break these 2 youngsters up. They're very young. They were only about 17, 18 years old when they met. And they said, no, we're going to be together despite all facts. And the boy took a stand after 7, 8 years of his life with his mum. And he said to her, stop. He goes, you do not interfere with my life, because I made the choice. And the girl said the same thing to her family, and that was a shock. That how dare they talk to us that way, and how dare they. So they all sat there thinking, right, let's just give them a few more years and it's going to be over. Nope. They've got kids going to university now, and they're still together, and they've proved everyone wrong. Some work out good. You have to take a stand. You have to take a stand. That's the core of a healthy relationship. Take a stand. Be assertive. Especially when people are crossing the boundaries to jump into your house. I think you need to take a stand both.
Yeah, but as again, the key point is communication. If you're not once the communication breaks down,
talk to each other.
Yeah, if you don't talk to see where you're going, then that's how it is sometimes. I go through some things, and I talk in communication wise, but sometimes I feel like it's in vain. Sometimes it feels like I'm in vain. And the worst thing about relationship and boundaries, especially from the man's point of view, I don't know about the woman them still, but from the man point of view, when a man is accused of cheating on his woman, and he's not cheating, and he's always consistently being accused. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not verbally, but you can tell. Yeah,
body language.
Body language and everything. Then, how long would this guy not cheat? Or not? You understand?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
You're accusing the guy of something. It's like women. You know what I mean? A man in a relationship. Oh, I know you got a man out there. I know, and she hasn't got a man out there. I know you got a man out there. Where you been? You come home late and this and that. And after a while, she's gonna feel slightly like insecure. So like, I need someone in my life that can trust me. Although she's not cheating.
I know.
Although she's not cheating, she's been accused.
I know someone that's done that.
Yeah.
constantly abusing her. Yeah, his partner. He kept saying to her, "Oh, you're this," dragging her down to the floor, assassinating her character. And she goes, "I've not done nothing. I'm not for decades." And then after a decade, she goes, "You know what?" She swore. She goes, "I've had enough, because you're accusing me of being that person anyway. So I might as well be that person."
Right.
She goes, "Then I'll give you something to talk about."
Yeah, I understand that. I
Yeah.
feel that. I've been in that position
Yeah, me too.
a couple of times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being accused of cheating and being accused of cheating. And I never cheated. I never cheated. You understand? At all. You know what I mean? But when you keep on getting accused of it, you say, you know what?
Yeah, it's not
What's the
right.
point? It's not even worth being faithful, because you're getting treated the same like he wasn't faithful. So, is it really worth it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Constant nagging, putting someone down,
Is it worth
being
it?
negative. See, this is unhealthy behavior, which is quite norm in some relationships. It becomes so norm, they don't realize it, and it takes a toll on it, and then that's it. The relationship deteriorates. This is why having, this is where it comes back to again, the boundaries. Now, if there's a person who constantly does not respect you and has no personal boundaries and doesn't abide by them, and constantly is being unproductive in conversation, declining himself and not picking himself, or her, having disrespect behavior constantly. Obviously, it sounds like an abusive relationship here, but still, how can you go about fixing something like this, keeping in mind that the woman or the man still want to be with each other, but they have no boundaries?
There has to be boundaries.
How can you?
It might not be verbally, but within themselves, they know. You know what I mean? So, like, if you really, really check for the person, no matter how much they tell you that you're cheating, you won't cheat. But at the same time, you're saying to yourself, if they're accusing you of cheating and you ain't cheating, they might cheat too.
Yeah.
And you haven't been cheating. You know what I'm saying? You know? So it goes both ways. You know? It really depends on how you see it. You know? But I've come to a point in my life now that
It's
I don't
respect,
business
mate.
anymore.
That's all it
I
is.
used to
It's
care.
respect.
I care. I don't business no more,
it
man.
a
I
lot.
had enough of all of this bourgeois, you know? I've had
Yeah.
enough of being accused of all of these things. What I haven't done. I had enough of all of that. So I have decided to change a lot of things. You know what I mean? And start looking after people that need it, you know?
Yeah. Start helping out people.
You just start helping people that really, just a little bit of love, they respect that. And that's all they need. You know what I mean? They don't need no 24/7, where are you, checking up on you, what time you cooking.
Yeah, because there's also boundaries in friendships as well, don't forget. It's not just relationships we're talking about friendship as well. We need to have set boundaries in that as well. You know where you should stand with certain friends. You can't let the friend walk all over you. You know, there has to be some sort of respect in that as well.
All right, I'll give you a scenario then. Supposing now, I'm going to give you a scenario, yeah? This is where relationships we're talking about, yeah?
Yeah, and setting boundaries.
Now, supposing now, your guy's coming home from work, you know, he's coming home from work. And you decide to make an effort. And you put on your wonderful clothes or your lingerie or whatever you want to put on, yeah? And then when it comes to the time, and he comes and he gives you a little hug and everything, start the thing, and then he stops and walks away and leaves you struggling. How do you feel?
It's not nice, man.
So what would you think about that? Would you think that person, how does that affect
what goes through one's mind, innit? What's going on? What did I do? Is there something that someone else there?
Is there someone else there? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Or you can turn around and say maybe that person don't check for you as much as you thought. Lots of thoughts going. You see, rejection in a relationship, when you're being rejected, it opens a can of worms and asks a lot of questions. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So when
Yeah.
when a one rejects the other partner at any time, they should make up for it the next day or as soon as possible,
As
or
soon as possible. Yeah.
communicate about why they did what they did. But some people
Yeah.
don't. Like it's
Yeah.
not
Because it builds
important.
up then, doesn't it? If the other partner keeps thinking over and over again, because if it constantly happens, then you start having a question mark. You know, you start thinking, what is going on?
Yeah. And then you now, who made the effort, ask, what have you done wrong?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you're gonna start looking at yourself. Is it you?
Mm. Yeah. Obviously, you start getting anxious then, isn't it?
Right. So those are some of the beginning of the breaking up of the relationship. Those are the beginning. That's the beginning of it. Because if you're not going to communicate, if the guy doesn't communicate and say, well, why did you just leave me like that stranded? And he's going to say, well, I wasn't in the mood, or explain himself. But if they don't explain themselves, to
Yeah.
me,
This is it.
that's lack of
Like you
respect.
said. Yeah.
Lack of respect for the other person. And if you're going to lack respect for them, and then he gets up in the morning and just goes to work like he never done anything last night, like he never.
Yeah.
You
That
understand? I'm
is.
saying, like, yo, brethren, you need a slap. You know what I mean?
More than a slap.
You need more than a slap. You understand? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just trying to show you these little points. When the guy come back from work or comes back in, you should there should be some communication of what happened the other day. Why did you just do that? Am I doing something wrong? What is it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Discuss it. Don't just leave it there, because it may happen again. And it may happen again. And then automatically you're going to say, this person don't check for you, or this person's cheating, or something. You understand? And that's why I said this is the beginning of that's the beginning of the breakdown of what you have. Through lack of
Because
communication.
it's a change. Because there's a change, isn't there? There's a change and a shift of personality and behaviour. That's why. And the communication has actually broken down.
Yeah.
Like you said, that, you know,
Communication's broken down. So I've reached that point where I'm the only one communicating, more or less. So it's time.
And sacrificing. Me too.
It's
I came
time.
to that point as well now.
It's
where
time. If you want something, you look after it and you preserve it, and you know,
exactly.
like a child. A relationship is like a child, you know. You know, although you have children, but a relationship is almost the same.
Yeah, you watch every move, you look after everything, and be careful and guide it, and you know, look out for the obstacles, remove the obstacles and everything that you do with children. Look how much we overthink, and we don't sleep. We're always constantly worried about them, and constantly unconditional love.
And that's why I say that's the breakdown, the beginning of the breakdown of relationships. So now when the guy cheats or the woman cheats, he's in the wrong or she's in the wrong.
That's if you catch them.
You understand? But
otherwise they walk around like they've done nothing.
Yeah, well, the other partner is not looking at what led that woman to cheat in the first place, or what led that man to cheat in the first place. Did you have the power to stop it before it even got that far? Yes, you did, but you chose not to.
Yeah, but some people don't even know, though. Some people don't even know. Some people just like doing that behind your back, and then the other partner finds out, and then they're actually in shock, thinking, "What? How did that happen? Because I've not done anything, or in the relationship that's actually caused you to do something as serious as that."
Lack of communication again. Communication is the key in any relationship. Quality time is very important. You know what I mean? Quality time.
And what would you call what would be quality time? What would you need to do apart from what would you call quality time? Go on, break it down to me.
Quality time would be doing something that you both like doing together.
You want to go out, dinner,
whatever it is, even if it's sitting down watching a film.
Yeah,
you understand? Yeah, that you both like. You know what I mean? Spend some time together with each other. For both of you focusing on the one thing. You know what I mean?
What do you think about when partners, or saying, I don't mind you being on the social media, vice versa, I'm on my phone, which is nowadays the most, I think the biggest problem about cheating. Social media, phones is just the bloody hardest thing right now. When you got partners both on phones, and I don't mind you doing your thing, I don't mind doing my thing, but you don't check into my password, you don't go into my stuff without asking me, and then your partner goes saying you can't get into my stuff, right? You need to ask me for the password. So what do you I was gonna ask you, that's wrong,
That's
isn't it?
wrong. That's wrong. Make I give you an. It's wrong. It's wrong. I think it's wrong anyway because with me now,
I do as well.
I may have a password on my phone, but I only put the password on my phone because my son keeps going in my phone, playing games and doing all kind of rubbish. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have no passwords on my phone.
Yeah.
I don't hide nothing on my phone. I don't like in a relationship. I don't hide anything from my phone. If anybody's texting me, a girl want to text me and say, "Oh, darling, I love you," and all that, I leave it in the phone. I don't delete anything because I'm not hiding anything from my partner. And she chooses to discuss it with me and say, "Well, what's all this and what's all that?" Then I will answer to it. But you understand? So with her, I expect her to do the same. I don't expect her to be locking her laptop and locking her phone and I can't password this and password that. Who are you hiding it from?
Exactly. This is the point I made to a few people that I know, and they go, "No, it's because I've got some things on there, and if she gets it, she's gonna know what to do, and if she presses the wrong button or she deletes it, and it's something important." I'm thinking, excuse me, that doesn't sound right.
Nah. But then again, as I said, that you've got to have a password on your phone because if you lose your phone or you leave your phone somewhere, at least no one can't get in.
No, but we're not talking on that level. We're talking in the house right now. With the partners together.
Yeah, in the house, they shouldn't be hiding anything. I don't think so.
I agree with you. Yeah, me too. If she asked for your phone, you'll give it, won't you?
Yeah. If she wants to use my phone, I will give it to her. Yeah. But sometimes a woman will have her phone and she will go to the bathroom with her phone. You understand? Or a man will have his phone and go to the bathroom with your phone. I said, Bridget, you're going to have a shit. You're gonna have a shit. Exactly. Who are you gonna talk to in there? You understand what I'm saying?
It's so true. So true.
Why are you bringing your phone to the toilet? You understand?
I've seen this kind of behaviour. Yeah,
that's not a good move.
Home. Yeah.
That's not a good. You got something
to hide. It's annoying.
It
doesn't make sense.
Unless you're waiting for a very important call, then you can bring it with you because you don't want to miss the call. But apart from that, I only bring the phone with me if I know I'm waiting for a call. It
doesn't make sense, yeah.
But if not, I leave it on the side. I leave it wherever I want to leave it. Anybody want to look in there, make them look in there. Whatever they see, that's for them business. You understand?
There was one question that came up, right, and it was a very funny question. The lady sent it to me. She goes to me, "I want you to ask one thing, and I want the view of a man's view," she said. And I said, "Okay, I'll get blessed on the spot for this." She goes, "You're going out with your partner," and he goes, "I don't mind, I don't mind holding your hand and kissing you, but not in public." And she goes, "But I sometimes like to, hold hands in public and walk together." And she goes, "He just says no." And she goes, "It's so annoying," because she goes, "I don't understand why."
Right. If he says no, that means that he's not opened up enough to her. That's my opinion anyway. I could be wrong, but that's my assessment. If he doesn't want to hold her hand in public...
What do you mean open up?
That means that when your girl is your girl and you really, really love her and she's the only one kind of thing, you'll hold her hand anywhere. Yeah?
Is it?
So if you don't want to hold her hand, you got two things going on here. Either you don't want the man them to see you in this lovey-dovey minute mode, and you want to still be like you still want to be the big man. Yeah, man. Some people seem to stereotype that if you're holding your girl's hand, you're kind of soft. You know what I mean?
I get that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's your girl, bro. You know what I mean? And if that's what makes you feel, if that's what makes her feel good, because she knows once she's holding your hand, any woman that's looking at her or looking at her man, she feels secure. She knows that she's walking down the street and she sees a buff girl and she's holding her man's hand, she feels a bit more secure. You know what I mean? But sometimes man them still look anyway.
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Holding hands is alright. I don't see nothing wrong with it. If that is your woman, your queen, then there's nothing wrong with holding hands.
Yeah, that's what she says. She goes, I mean, I'm happy. She goes, I'm happy with that. But she goes, my partner's not very happy. And she goes, either there's two things about it. Exactly what the comments that you've just made. Either it's a macho thing. I don't know what my men seeing me do this. And the second thing, probably because this is where she was thinking, is there something going on here that she doesn't want to declare that I'm with her? And I'm just it's just someone I know, but I don't want to make everyone know that I'm really in love with her. See, that's what was going through her mind. That's why she asked that question. Why do men do that?
That can happen. I used to be like that.
Isn't it?
I used to be like that. Is it? I would like, don't bother with no holding hand, and don't bother with no kissing thing. Coming in on a kissing thing. I used to be like that. You understand?
No.
For real. I used to be like that.
What, you say it? You say it?
Yeah. I'm not in you see them things in a film. That's for you people, that's for people in films or movies. We don't have no time for that. You get a little peck on the cheek, but none of that long thing. Tongue in our mouth and all them things there. I wasn't into none of that. I said, nah man. You know? No holding hands. You know what I mean? I wasn't into none of that.
Funny you said that, because that's some of the things I've heard as well. I mean, my brothers, I've family friends that are male, they used to say to their partners, like Valentine's Day, I am believing in that. There is no such thing as, Valentine's Day just once a day. And I'm not believing in that rubbish. And I'm thinking, come on, man, all you have to do is just get some flowers. She's going to be happy, you know what I mean? It's no big deal. It's not as if you do it every day anyway. But there's a specific day for it. So everyone's doing it. You might as well do it. They go, nah. I'm thinking, wow, rude. Now, that's my perspective about it. And
I just buy flowers one time and that's it.
We're not holding no hands.
No long thing with the flowers, man. You just buy some plastic flowers, you don't have to buy no more again. Yeah? Remember, man, them. Just buy some, then you got some, what? You think it's a joke? You got some flowers out there that look so real, yeah? Just buy her some of them, spray it with some perfume, that's it. Done. You have to buy.
I'm gonna be honest here, right? I personally do agree with what you just said there, because I would not mind having a lovely artificial flower sitting there day in day out all the time. I don't mind, but a lot of women won't agree with that. They'll say no.
Nah, man, that's the best thing, because when you buy flowers, you're gonna have to dash them away in a week's time. Yeah.
I know, but I suppose it's different though, isn't it? When they're fresh and they're bought that day for you. I suppose it's something different though, isn't it?
Listen, just get the incense, the perfume, put it on the flower. It smells like roses. When it dies out, you put some more of the little incense on it, fresh again.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Done.
Oh my.
You don't have to water it.
Okay,
you don't have to worry about it dying. All you got to do is brush the dust off once a month with a paintbrush.
That would be another debate, mate. I swear the girls will come on you for that. They go, no, we like it like this.
You go on, man. Don't you see? I'll buy plastic flowers, yeah, and that's it.
I don't mind.
I'll buy them. I'll buy them, man. I'm not. And people are gonna say, "Oh, you're so mean." I say, "I'm not mean, man. You're gonna cut those plants off for them to die." Yeah. If you leave them where they are, the seeds will drop in the ground and more will grow. But you're cutting them off.
Absolutely.
They can't regenerate because of what you've done. You've broken the cycle of life for that flower by cutting it off and sticking it in a vase.
Yeah, I suppose you could look at it that way. But then, come on, if she wants it now and then, there's nothing wrong in that, is there?
Well, yeah, occasionally you can buy some flowers if you want to. If you really want to.
Yeah.
But
let's get a bit more personal in the sense where if a female or the partner says no to something specifically that's very personal in your room, and your partner says, no, I don't agree with you.
What do you mean something personal? Give an example, either something sexual or conversation or what?
Yeah. No. It has to be sexual, obviously, in the bedroom. It's not conversation there.
Oh, so
And they
something
don't
sexual
agree on
happening and
something.
you and the partner says no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it depends how much the other person want you to say yes. And if the other person really thinks that is important to them and you still say no, then eventually that person might go and find it somewhere else.
That's what they all say. But then, is that right, though? Is that really... See, this is it. See, this is it. This is what I'm trying to get at. Do some things become so self-centered and so me that you will have to have it, otherwise you will go elsewhere?
Listen, it depends what it is. I'll give an example now, yeah? One time I was with a woman, yeah? And it's like, they bring you all the way into the sweet shop. Open the wrapper, take the packet off, say, here you are, have a Smartie. You said, oh, that Smartie tastes nice. Then they grab the packet and say, look, the shop's closed, bye-bye. I don't feel like it no more. Yeah?
That's wrong.
That's a wicked thing to do.
Yeah, that is a horrible... That is saying that you're going halfway and saying stop. I'm not talking about that, yeah? But that is in itself is wrong. That is wrong.
Right. Now, how do you react to that?
Yeah, it's not right. That's bad. That's frustration and anger all put together, mate. That's not good.
Right. So that is rejection. Yeah. Sometimes.
Then you will jump. You will jump the border, then, won't you? You'll say the grass is green on the other side.
If you've been rejected, yeah, if that person loves you and then they reject you, and don't explain why. You can't say you're tired or you got a headache, because you see that in films. That's a lot of rubbish. Yeah. when I'm tired and I got a headache, you don't care. You understand?
Yeah. So, you still go out to work, innit? You still do your thing,
so really and truly, it is wrong to do that. But
so when they said to you can have a Smartie and you can't have another Smartie, what happened to you? Did you get angry then?
Boy, they give you a Smartie, and then when you have the Smartie, they turn around, take the packet away, and push you out the shop. They say, I'm tired, shop's closed. And then they don't even tell you to come back tomorrow. You understand? You know, the shop's closed for the whole weekend.
What did you say to that? What did you say to that? What was your reaction? And what did you do? Did you say, right, that's it, I'm going finding another shop, mate?
Nah, you got two options. You can either walk away and just think about it, or you can turn back and kick the shop door off and take the Smarties. Yeah? I said, I don't care.
No.
I want Smarties. You understand? It all varies. Like, some man do that, but...
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's true. But I think we should not stick to the second one. Don't smash the shop down, please.
Nah, well, boy, you know, you can do that, but I just said, well...
God, now you know why men, they go back to doing that, because they get so angry.
You're encouraging, see, rejection is a bad thing, especially when it comes to the physical side of a relationship. And if a man rejects a woman, and she's really in need of loving at that point in time, and then he gives her a kiss on the cheek, gives her a hug, she gives him a hug, her heart start beating fast, and then he goes, oh, I've got to go somewhere, look, later, I'll come back in a minute, and he's gone. She feels rejected. So what happens now, you're building up, you're planting a seed of rejection, so every time you give her rejection, or him rejection, that person's going to feel like they're not really wanted. It's a disappointment. And the more they get disappointed, and they accept it now, I said, look, Char, it don't make no sense. They lock off. Man, them will cheat. I won't cheat. I will blatantly say, I'm not going to cheat, you know. I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to blatantly say what I'm going to do. That's how I deal with it. I'm not going to cheat. I don't like cheating. I think it's not fair. You know? Yeah,
it's wrong. And I think what you're saying, you'll blatantly say it as it is.
Yeah, I'll say it. If I'm going to do it, I do it. If I'm going to do it, I say I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
car.
I'll do what you. Yeah, I'll be like that. Yeah.
But but if you ask me, you have to ask me. I'm not gonna blatantly come and turn around and say, "Yo, I'm not gonna cheat on you." If you ask me, "Are you cheating?" I'm gonna say, "Well, I'll actually." Furthermore, I wouldn't even cheat like that. I would have to say, out of respect, I'd have to say what I'm gonna do first before I do it, because it's not good for you to be with one partner. Yeah, I would say first. I would say, look, this and this is gonna happen because you rejected man more than once. You understand? So it's not good that a man goes out there and sleep with another woman and then goes back to his missus and sleeps with her. I don't agree with that.
Yeah,
you understand?
Me too, yeah, you're right. Absolutely right.
I don't agree with that.
Both ways.
No, it's
Both
not
ways,
right.
yeah.
It's not right. Yeah, that's, to me, that's violation of a temple. So I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she got enough time to do something about it.
So if you went and did what you want to do, then would you still go back?
Yeah, why not? I wouldn't see. Make I give an example. When you look into these religious, when you look in these religious books, yeah, most of these kings and these prophets have more than one wife.
Yeah, countless wives.
Right, but yet God chose them.
They've got countless.
Right, I'm talking in the book, in this good book.
Yeah, in the books, countless.
In this so-called good book, yeah. You know how much these man them got more than 5 wives. Look at the 12 tribe of Israel. Jacob had about 4 or 5 wives. Yeah, to get the 12. Yeah, Solomon, he had many wives and many concubines, but yet God used him. So I'm saying, like, look how much prophets had more than one wife.
Yes, true.
But God used them. So that just shows me there's nothing wrong with a man having more than one wife, as long as they have their place, as long as they communicate, as long as the next wife that comes in helps to build the family structure as it is. You're not coming in because, I'm sleeping with your man, or we're just... No, you have to be a part of the structure. You know what I mean?
Funny you said this. There's a gentleman that I listen to quite a bit. Well, I'll just listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Brother Plea?
Brother Polite.
Brother Plea. Brother Polly, I think it's...
His name is Brother Polite.
That's it, Polite.
Yeah, I know him. Brother Polite.
4 or 5, and they're building up his structure, and they all come in, they discuss. Yeah, that's it, Brother Polite.
Yeah,
and he says, okay, I think he's got 4.
Yeah, he's got 4 wives.
So far.
4 wives he's got.
I think so, yeah, that's it, 4. And the first one discusses if she's going to allow that one to come in or not. They talk together. Once if she don't like it, he says, okay, fine, we come to an agreement, we're not going to bring her in. So all the 4s have come in because they've all discussed it together, and they're building his empire. Do you know about him?
Yeah, I know him. Brother Polite. Yeah, I knew of him before he had all of them wives. I knew before he had them wives. Yeah.
Okay, so he's what you're talking about is more like what he's doing, isn't he?
Well,
I'm
talking Adam. It's similar to what he's doing, yeah, and I'll tell you why. I never want to do this. Yeah, son. I'm not saying that I'm doing it, but I'm just giving an example. I know a man don't really want to do this. But if the man sees that the next woman is gonna be helping the woman that he's with now and helping the home, yeah. Because for example, sometimes you got a woman that can't do everything, and she needs some help, and sometimes the man is being neglected, and he thinks he needs to bring in another woman to help the woman that he's with and help the house. It's alright for a man, according to this good book, to have more than one wives. Now turn it around.
Yeah, according to the book.
Is it okay for a woman to do the same thing?
I don't think it will work, because it just won't work for a woman to do that.
Alright, it can't. I'll tell you one of the reasons why it can't work.
I don't think
it won't work. The main reason why it won't work is because in a relationship, a man deposits in a woman. Yeah? So that means that the next man will come along on top of that, which is not good. You understand?
Which is not good, yeah.
Right, but when it's the other way around,
Yep.
a man can deal with this woman, go and clean off, deal with the next one, go clean off. It's not, you understand? It's different. So it's not being biased. Yeah, it's just man on top of man don't make it. You understand? Yeah. You understand? That's how I see it. You know?
No, but I think not just that. Even in the books, it's written, if you're going to follow the books, and it's in some books, you know, it is written that, you know, when a wife and a husband separate, there's a 4 months to 6 months period of basically staying away from anyone and any relationship, which the cooling period of cleansing. This is a woman, okay, woman. Cleansing and getting rid of everything that's been sort of inside her from that other man. Right? And then from then onwards, she can go and be with who she likes or marry who she likes or be with. So that is something that's in some of the books as well. I could be wrong about the dates, but it's more or less the same strategy that they use. And it's, yeah, it's true. I understand what you think when it's more deposited for the men. He deposits into the female. That's why it's hard for a female to do that with several men. As a guy, I understand he can, but I don't obviously agree with it. I prefer.
I think in some cases it may be necessary. In some cases it may be necessary, especially if the woman can't cope and she needs help. You can get.
But when I look at Brother Polai, yeah, his motive I see as a very different motive. He's building an army of women where it can build his empire. That's the way I see him come across. There's not a necessity, I think, for him to have that many wives and portray it like it's like a good known thing. Because I really think the first wife she's beautiful. And I think, you know, he could have done it with her. So it doesn't make sense what he's doing. Sometimes I get so confused when I watch him and listen to him. I don't really see him as a good role model sometimes.
I tell you the truth, yeah. I don't have nothing against him having 4 wives. Yeah.
No, I'm not.
I don't have nothing against what he's dealing with as far as the structure, because I see how it goes. One wife takes care of the children while the other one goes to work, and vice versa. This one teaches them, that one. So they all got their roles to play. But the only thing I disagree with,
they all have.
What I totally disagree with his structure, is the way the women dress. I don't agree with the way the women dress. The way he allows them to dress. Some of them dress too revealing.
This is so provocative. It's so provocative, yeah. And the way they come across, the pictures, how they take fit, I quite agree with that. I'm thinking, what is this, a showcase or something? It doesn't make sense to me. Because if you love yourself so much and that's your temple, like you just said, this is your temple, this is purity, why would you put them on display in that manner?
Well, he might not see it like that.
Well, there you go. Then that's his opinion. This is my opinion as well. You know, and it doesn't make sense because I think his first wife is absolutely gorgeous, and I don't see why he should be having. Well, that's up to him. Like I said, it's his business, but
she might need help.
I don't agree.
She might need help. Listen, sometimes some women go on like they can cope in certain situations, yeah. And sometimes there's certain things that a woman don't want to do to a man that a next woman will do.
Yeah.
You understand? Now she said
I understand.
Boy, you can marry that. He goes, you're gonna want another wife, and the woman said, listen, alright then, I ain't doing that to you. I ain't doing that for you.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that for you. Get somebody else to do that. But then you have to both agree on who this somebody else is, and this somebody else knows that their role and know who's the first wife, who's the second wife, and who's the third wife, if there's a third wife. You know, so it's a funny how this conversation come up. Huh? It's funny how this conversation come up today, you know.
One thing I'm going to give credit to this guy, right? He treats them, everyone, with so much respect, and individually, he gives them everything what they need. He does not put one on a high pedestal and puts one down. He's really equal with them all. I've noticed that about this guy, and he's really sweet with them, and his respect is just beyond belief. But then again, as a woman, I would prefer that if it could be just the husband and wife, really, to be honest with you. But it's up to him, like I said. That's what he wants to do. And that's what makes him happy. Then good for him, mate.
No, I tell you something. I give respect to Brother Polite, regardless of what. You know what I mean? His structure, how he's got his thing, his proper thing still. But, as I said, the only thing that I don't like, it's not my saying what I like or I don't like, but my opinion is that the way some of the wife them dress, you know what I mean? I think that's the only thing. Yeah, but the structure is good. Yeah, and it works because they all help each other. You understand?
Yeah.
And he doesn't sleep with two of them at the same time. You know what I mean? He knows he's got his structure set, and it works. It's working for him.
It's well structured, well executed, and on top of that, like I said to you, his behaviour towards them is absolutely wonderful. But then, you know, obviously not all women can handle that. Let me just tell you that now. They cannot handle that kind of situation. We're so conditioned. It's just husband and wife, and that's it. Any third person coming in is actually breaking the relationship.
Yeah, but supposing the relationship was falling apart.
Yeah.
And he brought a next one in to help the other woman, and the other woman.
How's that going to help?
Because he's giving the next woman's coming in and helping the other woman, washing and cooking and cleaning for both of them, looking after the children so that the other woman can get a break. You know what I mean? You don't know how this...
Break by sharing a man. Break by sharing a man.
No, I'm not talking about that. Maybe it don't start off like that.
That's what it all comes down to, isn't it?
Yeah, but in the end, right? But at the same, I've seen certain documentaries about this thing, and
the woman families in America, they do that as well, don't they?
Yeah, Polite's not the only one. Quite a few people do it. But what it is,
of course they do.
The main woman has to agree.
Yes.
If this woman is allowed in the circle.
Yep.
That's the key.
She actually makes the decision. Yeah.
She makes the decision. The man don't make the decision. Say, yo, I'm gonna bring in the next woman because this and that. No, it don't go like that. The woman has to say, well, I do need some help, and you do need some help, and I think it's all right for you. I think it'll be all right for you to get someone to help. Obviously, then she has to pick the woman, if possible.
Yeah, but then, bless, on an honest level, who benefits from the whole thing? You can't just say it's the woman.
You both benefit from it. You both benefit from it. You both benefit from it. Yeah, because I remember this, you know. It depends on the situation, but the ones what I've seen so far, it works good because both of the women are actually reading and praying together, because they're all religious. They're reading and they're praying, and one brings all the kids to school. The other one goes to work. You understand? The next one cooks the food and looks at it. So it is a structure that works for everybody. So they don't see each other. It's not. You see the thing about.
Oh yeah, if you talk about Brother Play, yeah, I agree. The way he's done it is fantastic because, like I said, she's agreed, and he's made sure that she, the main person, agrees for the other women, and she actually filters them. So before he brings them home. So basically, there's a structure put in the place, and they're all getting along with each other because they've agreed for this kind of lifestyle. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, but not everyone. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Or let's just put this: not many people's cup of tea.
Well, remember this, you know. You can also bring another one woman in, but you don't have to literally have sex with her, you know.
Oh, for God's sake, come on, man.
What do you mean, come on, man? Why not?
Come on, man. You ain't gonna bring no one in like that.
Hey, you. You mean to say, what you really want to say is that you're not gonna go in a relationship with a man like that and don't get nothing. That's what you're saying. You know?
I'd like you to do that. You can take a few in, right? Let's see what your wife's going to say. She's going to say, what's going on here, bless? You're going to say, I just brought them in.
Yeah. Well, as I said, maybe it's time for a change. What I'm going to do, I'm going to ask the other ladies on Thursday, what did they think about this? Yeah? I'm gonna ask them what do they think.
And you're gonna stick to your words, yeah? You're gonna say I'm just bringing them in, nothing to do with them, but they're just gonna come in. One's gonna cook, one's gonna do this, and the girl's gonna stand there and go, "Excuse me."
Listen to me.
The girl is gonna ask you, "Excuse me."
Alright, me can tell you something. Me in a business, me talk the thing, yeah. I used to live in a certain lifestyle where I would have about 3 or 4 girls, yeah. But I'm only sleeping with one of them, yeah, or maybe 2 of them, depends on the weather, yeah. But right, but the rest of them will look after the house, yeah, and they will take care of things. They will go and make the shopping and everything.
Why would they do that?
Because they have a free will. They don't have to do it. They don't have to stay.
Yeah, but so, right. So are you getting? They must be getting something. Are they getting a place to sleep in? Are you looking after them as a friend?
Yeah, you're looking after them. You're looking after them. Looking after women. Looking after women doesn't mean about sex alone. There's women that don't mind looking after a man, but they don't really want the sex thing. Some women are just ease off away from it. Some women don't want sex anymore.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah,
some women just been through so much thing. They say, boy, they don't want a man because all a man think about is sex. But if they could have a man and know, so this man ain't really on that. I don't mind sitting down with you, giving you a cuddle and a hug, and that's it. Cool. Some women just want that. You understand? It depends on what the woman is or who the woman is, and some women want everything. They want the whole package.
Yeah.
You understand?
So, but then you couldn't build an empire like that. You couldn't say, I'm going to bring in X, Y, Z women in, and one woman's going to be like this, one woman's going to. But are they going to be all your wives then? Or are you going to just bring them in? Because Brother Polite is doing it on another level, and it's not easy to do what he's doing.
It is easy to do what he's doing. It is. If once the women realise and understand that it's not just about having another woman in the house. It's about building what we have. You understand? It's like you're building a...
But why can't you build that with one?
Because it takes more than one to build a structure. It takes one to build more than... You see, remember, you're building everything. You're building a hierarchy, you're building a company, you're building a business, you're building a family, you're building everything amongst your own community.
But why can't... Yes, I was just going to go say that. I was going to say, why can't we have other community members doing that work for you and building as a community and have a friendship of people, people that are your friends, or brotherhood and sisterhood, and build like that? Why do you have to have wives in the house to build this up?
The wife factor is just to make sure that, I don't know 100% why they have to have wife. I'm just saying from my own point of view, yeah? All right then, a man could be in a relationship, he's with this woman or whatever, he meets another woman, this woman can have a child or 2 children by another man, the man could have been beating the shit out of her, and she just wants to be happy. She doesn't, you know what I mean? She doesn't need to have sex from anybody because she's been through a traumatic time, but she still wants a man around and she still wants love.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
So that means ain't she entitled to be brought in under those grounds? Under those grounds, yeah.
But we're talking. Yeah, but that is totally different. But when you're telling me that, look, I can have wives, they all agree we can have 5, 6, 7, 8 to build an empire. I'm saying if you want to build an empire, can you not do that with brotherhood, sisterhood, and other relationships? Do you necessarily have to have 6, 7 wives to build an empire? That's what I'm asking.
You don't have to have so much. You don't need so much. You just need proper women with sense, women with vision. You understand? Women with a purpose. Yeah. If you've got 3 women with a purpose and a vision, then you don't need no more than that. But if you've got some dumb ones, you're going to need a lot of them.
You can say the same thing about a man.
Oh, yeah, you can do. You understand?
You know what I mean?
You're going to need a lot of them. So I am not saying that I'm going to do this, yeah? But we're just speculating as if so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
Because the scenario is most of the guys do end up having lots of things.
Say that again, you're breaking up.
I I said most of the guys end up having a lot of women because that's an excuse they use, saying, "Oh, you know what? I can have 3, 4, and I can do this and I can do that," and not necessarily they don't need to have that many women to build an empire. But like I said, men are more tended to do that much quicker and easier than I think women do.
It depends what you're building and why you're building it. Yeah, it depends what you're dealing with. But a man who's gonna have
there's finance.
If a man's gonna have 4 or 5 wives just because he wants 4 or 5 wives, I don't see the point of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't see the point of that. Well, as I said, with Polite, what he's doing, like for example, one of his wives already had a child when he met her by another man. Yeah. And he's taken that child in as his own. You understand? So you have to respect that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. So I've been in a relationship where I've met a woman with children and I've taken them as my own. You understand? Literally. Yeah. You understand? You do, yeah. And I classify them as my own. Yeah. You know, whether they're my nephews or whatever. Wow. You know, I've met women who I'm not even dealing with them, and they got children, but no father. But I take their children as my own. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You've been doing a lot, yeah. So, yeah. If you're with a woman now, and that woman's seeing you taking in other women's children as your own, yeah, why are you pushing the mother away then? Yeah. She's got to come in a little bit somehow. It doesn't have to be sexually, but there's got to be some kind of friendship or relationship with your queen and the mother of those children, although they're not your children, but you've taken them as your own. You understand? Respect
to that guy. Respect. And this is, like, back to our old question, healthy relationship boundaries. See, you can achieve what Brother Pali is doing with a healthy, respectable boundary put into place, because he structured everything out really well. Yeah. He makes sure he spends equal time with everyone. And he doesn't go out partying. He parties with his wives and their kids. And that's what he says is my world and my party.
Yeah. See? That's it. And you don't love one more than the other. See, that's the key factor. Does that. You know, you have your queen, which is the main one, but then you don't love the rest more than the queen, because the queen is the one that gave you that permission to do that in the first place. You understand? So she's at the top.
He says it. Yeah, he says it clear. He says it clearly, that as well.
You know what I mean?
So she's the one that said it. Otherwise, I would never have done it.
They have to respect her. If they disrespect her, they have to leave. Yeah. You understand? All right, for example, in the book here, in the Bible, you got Abraham. Abraham's wife couldn't have a child, so he went another child. Yes. Right? By another woman. Yeah? Because Sarah, his wife, because she couldn't have children anymore, she decided, well, you can have this woman to have child for you because she can't have none, and she wanted one. But she wanted she wanted Abraham to have a seed, a child, so that so that his generation can carry, because she couldn't give him that. She realized, and she admitted to herself, I can't give Abraham what he needs. So I have to do something, you know what I mean? Because she loves him. So she allowed him to have this Egyptian woman, yeah? But then, after the woman had the child, she started to violate. So Abraham got rid of her and told her to leave. Okay. Because you are now upsetting my queen. My queen allowed me to be with you, and now you're throwing the little child in my queen's face because she can't have one. Now you're throwing the child in her face. You have to leave. And she left, and then afterwards God gave Sarah a child. So no matter what happens, whoever comes into the thing have to respect the queen. You understand?
Yeah. And that's what he's done, yeah.
That's what he done. He got rid of her.
Exactly what he's done, and this is what I think.
He got rid of her.
He's made a success out of it as well.
This is where you get Islam. From that seed, according to the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Mm.
if Abraham never got rid of her, you wouldn't have had Islam.
Mm.
You know what I
Mm.
mean? So it's a deep thing.
Mm.
You understand? Go on.
It is. It is. It is. It is not. It's not about jealous, self-centeredness, or it's about showing unconditional love to the other person, and this is where you get it. It's when a woman makes that sacrifice, thinking like, you know what, he needs a child, or I'm not good enough for him, or whatever the reason is. She does make that sacrifice because she obviously she loves him to bits, and then that's where, yeah, it's very deep, like you said, and that's where the Prophet Ibrahim did that. I think she was very young as well. They were quite old. I think they were
Yeah,
both
she
very
was an
old as well.
Egyptian.
And
Agar the Egyptian. Now, I
mm,
got a question for you.
mm.
Would you... yes, man, you got to laugh. I know you're going to laugh at this one. I know you've been waiting for me to ask you this all night. Yeah.
Go on.
Would you allow your husband to bring in another woman in the house? And would you pick another woman for your husband to live in your house?
On what condition?
On the condition of what you're not doing for him.
What am I not doing? How?
How am
So
I
what is it
supposed
like?
to know what? I'm not a fly on the wall. I don't know
Okay,
what
I'm gonna tell you now. Is it because I'm not providing kids? Is it that because I'm not cooking for him? Is it because I'm not participating financially? Is it because I'm not
It
doing the
depends. It
needs?
depends on what the
That
needs are. There might be something
if the
that
need
there,
is
there might be something that you cannot do for him because you haven't got the time, or but you know that whatever it may be. I don't know what it may be. It could be anything.
mm.
Would you allow him to bring
But you
another?
see, the thing is, I could no, I wouldn't because if you're going to talk about me personally, no, I'm not going to allow it because I've done everything. Now I can turn this question around to that person, my own partner, and say, "Listen, could you let go of me because you've done nothing for me from the day you go?" And the answer from that partner of mine is this: "No, I'm not going to let you go. You want to go? You have to go and do it." So this is me talking about my personal things. You know, I don't talk about my personal life a lot. So for me, no, I'm not going to allow it because I have done everything from day one, non-stop.
So what about if he brings in
Non-stop.
someone to help you?
But how would I do that?
She will help you with the cooking. She will help you with the cleaning. She will
What,
help you
just to
with
come in
all
and
the...
sit down on the sofa and help me
She will help you, yeah. And you take some time out.
and do and of what?
You rest, relax, watch TV. You know what I mean?
And no, I'm gonna go there.
Huh?
And okay, then what about the physical part?
What physical part?
So I mean, what's she there for? Just to so I can hire a maid for that, just to come and clean the house and go.
Yeah, but you see, you
Why
can,
would I
you
want
but
a
you
woman
don't
to
know
clean
the
the
maid.
house?
You might hire a maid, and your maid might fancy your husband.
Why would I bring? Okay. If that's the case, that's something different. Okay, then we can call it a day. Bye. But why would I call someone in just to sit at my house, 24/7, and be classified as second wife, and just to clean up, which I'm doing anyway?
Yeah, but you're doing everything.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're doing
Unless you're
everything.
saying
But
to me,
if you was not able to do
oh,
everything, yeah,
no,
would
I
you?
wouldn't bring no one in. No, I'll find ways of doing my things. So yeah, but I don't understand them. Why can't? If that's the case, if I'm saying I'm getting nothing from my partner, right? Listen to me. And why can't my partner say, "All right, I'll call it a day and go"? Why can't I bring another man in?
As I said before, the man will leave a deposit in your letterbox, and you don't want that.
So when I bring the woman in,
Then he will leave a deposit in your bank account, yeah, and you won't get no receipt,
yes.
yeah. So
See how you change. So if I bring someone else, right, and you say, "Oh, bring her to do your work," so she ain't getting no deposit.
yeah, but it's still but she gets the deposit. You understand what I'm saying? You know.
No, thank you. No, thank you. The answer is no. Oh God! See how you guys manipulate?
Yeah.
You guys, I swear to God.
Yeah.
How calm and collective you are when you're asking this question. The minute the girl says, nah, man, I ain't going to do that, you need to leave. And you go, no, it's not happening that way.
Yeah, but as we said
Oh,
before,
God.
it doesn't work
Yeah.
when a woman have more than one man, because all of them going to put all their money in the
Absolutely.
same account, and then you're going to have dirty
I
money.
agree with you.
You
No, I agree
understand?
with you. Then for the woman, unfortunately, it has to be bye-bye, and she starts all over again. It's true. That is absolutely true, and I don't think no one would actually do that. And if she does, I don't know what to say about her, because I don't think anyone would do that. But yes, it's different when a guy. It is. He can have, like you said, it's in the holy books, and it's quite clear in most of the scriptures that you can have 4, 5, 6, but a woman can only have one. And like I said, if she does have one, decides to be the first one, there's a cooling period that's also in the scriptures, what she has to go through, simply because of the reason what you said, because of the deposits. She has to cash the bank out.
Yeah, you have to close the account, brethren, for real.
Exactly.
Yeah, or go bankrupt.
Exactly.
One of the two.
And open and go to a new bank and open a new account.
Yeah, but you never know, man. These check might bounce. You never know. You know.
You never know.
You never know. You understand? But still,
That's right.
we're gonna check it like that. So what we're saying now, then, that you wouldn't allow another woman to come in the house and help your husband with his chores and help you.
Mm.
Well, that's all right, because you're doing everything.
No. No,
Well,
thank you.
well, it's just like saying, would you let another man come in your house and do all the
Yeah.
building work?
Yeah. Not just the building work, the deposit work as well. Would you allow it? No, you won't.
Now you can do the building work, but no deposit. Bank closed.
But the bank's open when we're allowing the sisters.
Nah, the bank is closed, man. What we call it, COVID. Bank closed. You know what I mean?
But the sisters that come in, their check account's open, yeah?
Yeah, man, the sister can come in, yeah, man. Can leave a deposit.
There you go. That's the difference. We're laughing about it, but people are going to hate us. But honestly, this is just me and Bress chatting away with our opinions,
Yeah,
like always. But see how different the views are when it's the male speaking and how different it is when a female's saying it. No, I don't agree. The guy's saying, no, I don't mind.
Yeah, but you see, the more female you have is the more deposit you have and the bigger your account will be. You know what I mean? Yeah, they can do it like that. But still, it all boils down to
the individual,
trust.
yeah.
No, it boils down to trust and honesty first, yeah? If the woman trusts the man to stick to his word, yeah? If you can trust your man that much, I don't see a problem with it. Because she's the one who's in control of the house.
Like this. Yeah, I know somebody like that, Bess, and she's a very good friend of my friend's. She loves her man so much, yeah, and she trusts him so much. And I'll tell you one thing, right? He's a bit like, he reminds me a bit my brother, Polite.
Yeah.
He's got 2 wives, and she happily agreed to it. So they travel together, and she's in another country, and they travel there, and vice versa, she travels here. She has her kids coming over to her place, and she looks after them when they're on the breaks. Vice versa, her kids go over there when they want to go for holiday. And it's unbelievably, he's a happy man, and I've never seen 2 women so happy together. And but like I said, they're in different countries, but their communication and their family structure is a bit like what brother Polite does.
So they're both, so it works. So has he got children with this other woman in the next country?
Both of them. And they have their kids travelling to each other's places and houses to do holidays. Like vice versa, she'll come from here, from England, and she'll go to her place and wherever she's living in Turkey, whatever, or Istanbul or Dubai, whatever that other lady is, and her kids will come over here and she will look after them. And now one of the kids is studying in college, university. She's looking after the other woman's child, and they've got a brilliant relationship going. Brilliant.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. We call them baby mother. You know what I mean? So a man might have 4 baby mother, 3 baby mother, and all the 3 baby mother know each other, and they all look after each other's children. You understand?
Yeah,
and they get on.
And the respect is beyond, because they all know, the kids know who's the big mother. They do not cross the line, and they do not cross the barrier. They have to have respect for her, and vice versa for the little mother.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been through
and the
that.
father makes.
I've been through that, Unity. I've been through that.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been through that. You know what I mean?
Have you? And there was.
It was
Yeah,
all
I know it
right.
comes
It
like
was
a bit
all right.
to me. Yeah, I'm not like that. I wouldn't agree with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like this kind of thing. I think it's just husband and wife. If you don't get along, bye bye. You do your own thing. But when I've seen them two the way they are, and I just couldn't believe it, how they're like sisters, and he's so, and he has an equal. His behavior towards both of them is so equal. I just can't imagine. I just can't understand how he did it.
It can be done.
It's the women. They have a big heart. They've got big hearts, mate.
The woman has to pick. The woman has to pick the next wife. She has to pick that person.
Yeah, she agreed to it.
She has to bring that person in.
She agreed to it.
And say, "This is the person I'm bringing for you." Don't be bringing no woman that wears size 22 and she can't walk up the stairs.
As far as I know, no, she was younger than her. The first one was obviously older. The second one was younger. She chose her, and she knows her. She was part of the wedding.
Nothing wrong with that.
Bloody hell, I couldn't do it.
That's you, man. You're too violent. That's why.
No, I'm not violent. I just couldn't share, mate. That's not right, man. I don't think it's right.
Well, as I said, the difference is you do everything. So it's all right for you. You don't really need that. But as I said, there's women who are not in your position and not as strong as you that do need help. Yeah? They don't want they don't want to sacrifice anything. No matter how it goes. They know that they can't do it, but yet they're still trying to do it, knowing that they can't do it. Yeah? And all they're doing is burning themselves out when they can get somebody else to come in.
I'm going to be very honest with you. This partner that I've just told you about, these two people, who's a friend of my friend's, the reason why he did it is because she said that physically, she said that he was too demanding. So she goes, I give you permission to be with someone. And so at least, you're satisfied in that manner, but you do it in the proper way. I'd rather you do it, be honest with me and be clear, rather than you hiding behind me and doing things. And then I find out and that will kill me, she said.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. That's what back to the beginning of the conversation. That's why I said even if I was to do something like that, I wouldn't do it behind anyone's back. I wouldn't do that. I would discuss the thing first.
That's what they had. That's a conversation there.
Yeah, and I make her make the decision.
And that's why they're happy. Yeah.
Now, can we interview one of these women?
Well, I don't know her personally. I'm not gonna lie to you, but a friend of mine who knows that she's up in Manchester. She knows them. I don't know if she wants to come, but if she can, if she wants to, I'll ask her.
Yeah, we want to know what it's like and how she deals with it.
It's amazing. I don't know how she did it. I just can't get myself around it. I just can't get myself to think and get my brain cells around it. How?
Unity, it's a simple thing. It's a simple thing. All you got to do is cut out the violent part and you will realise
Shut up, man. You don't
it's a simple thing. Yeah? It's a simple thing.
What's the violent part of me saying no?
No, that's not the violent part. The violent part is you might decide to beat him in his sleep because of what he's done. Yeah? And we don't want that. You might change your mind halfway through.
I'll call it a day. I'd rather say, okay, let's go our own ways.
You might say yes at first and then beat him. Well,
what?
I said you might say yes at first, and then when she comes and you see how she look, you might beat him. Jealousy might come in, just like in the Abraham and the Sarah scenario. That is a good example. She said yes at first, but when he saw that he picked an Egyptian, like an Egyptian, he picked a proper Egyptian, and he knew, so boy, Abraham, I'm an Egyptian, I thought he was gonna go and get a regular slave. He went and got an Egyptian, proper things. You understand? So now the jealousy kicked in. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was supposed to be a maid, but the maid had.
Yeah, she was a maid.
She's the servant, and she had a child. So her job was the servant. Her job was to be the servant to help Abraham's wife with the cooking, the cleaning, and this and that. You've been a servant for so long. You know what? Abraham, take piece of the thing, have a you, and that's it. But you could have imagined how she felt when Abraham went in the tent. You understand? And then he's got to come back to her, but she can't do nothing because she's barren. She can't have no children. and she's pining for another child.
Exactly.
You understand? And she can't have one, so she tells the man to go out there and make another one, and that's it. I should have had more, by now,
Yeah.
to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I should have had more. You understand?
Good job he did. Good job he had his. Good.
Nah, man, I should have had more, man.
No,
But then they
I can
got
tell
them.
by your voice. This is a very good topic.
Yeah, should have had more, man. But this internet came and everybody got distracted. You know what I mean? But it's all right. But yeah, it's not a big thing. But I'd like to talk to the woman that has got.
I'm trying to see if I can track her down. A friend of mine probably still in touch with her. But yeah, that is the one story when she told me. I'm not going to lie to you because I don't agree with this, you see. And I was like, oh my God, are you serious? She goes, yeah, I'm serious. She goes, and they're happy family.
I agree with
She
it.
goes, they're so happy. They're traveling around.
I agree with it. I used to live like that. Only thing is I wasn't married to them. But I used to live like that. One big family.
You see, yeah, I don't mind if it's like, because they're happy, you see. Look, at the end of the day, they agree to it and they're happy. See, this is one thing I don't mind as long as they're happy. But you get people who do that, have 1, 2, 3 wives and women on the side, and their partners are not happy. They don't want them to do it, but they're still doing it. And that is what I'm against.
Yeah.
That is totally, because it really ruins the other person. And it causes too much issues and problems within that person as well. And that is horrible. That is disgusting and vindictive behavior. I don't like that kind of thing. But you just call it a day. But I know someone that's brought a woman in front of their wife, and he brought her home, and she's like this. What's this? She goes, I got married. What are you going to do about it? And then that's it. He gives her the next level upstairs, and then he brings a third one. And come on, no, not that way. No, it doesn't work like that. If you're going to do it in a nice way, like Brother Palai and this gentleman I spoke about, who a friend of mine told me about. Yeah, that's okay. You're happy. That's it, innit? If you're happy, what can we do? Who are we to say anything?
Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Because since you brought up this conversation, I'm glad you brought this.
We're gonna take the mic.
You know what,
and
Unity?
On the way. Nah.
Unity, I am so glad you brought up this debate, and I didn't bring it up, But I'm glad you did, because it just dropped at the right time.
Yeah.
Give me something to think about. You understand?
Yes.
I said, I need to think about what she's saying, because I got to see if there's any truth in this thing.
Wait. There is. It's happening a lot. I know a lot of people that have done it now, but like I said to you, I don't agree with it, but it does happen. It's as long as your partner agrees. If you do it the good way, like Brother Polite and these other few men have done, then that's brilliant. You're not ruining no one on the way. You're respecting everyone on the way, and you're doing it collectively, together.
Right, but supposing the woman agrees at first, yeah, and then when the woman comes, she regrets it. She can't go nowhere because she made that decision.
That is wrong, because that woman now has to control herself. This is from a woman's point of view now. She has agreed to something which is very heavy-heartedly done. It's not an easy thing to do. Now you've done it, you put yourself in a position, now you've got your man sharing with someone else. Now, to keep the respect going and keeping her respect for her man as well, and the woman, she needs to behave the bigger one here. Because she's made the decision, she needs to go by it. Now, if your jealousy kicks in and she starts hating and fighting, and at the end of the day, I'll tell you something now, he'll go with the second one.
She'll do what?
He will go with the second one.
Who?
If she carries on being a little, messes everything up and jealousy kicks in and tries to ruin a relationship that she herself has agreed to build up, then don't be surprised if he runs off with the second one.
I don't think so. I think if things don't work out, then the second one has to go.
That is only some men will do that. I'll tell you why.
You can't get rid of the first one. It's not right.
But if the first one's not agreeing all of a sudden and jealousy kicks in and she's making it hard and screaming and shouting and making it very vile and toxic, I don't think that person will leave the second one. I don't know, but I don't think he will.
Well, that's why we should ask the other ladies. We're going to ask them on Thursday. Yeah, we're going to talk about the weave and everything.
We put that question to them. You should.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the weave.
Because I think, as far as I know, I don't think a lot of girls will agree. But, like I said to you, if it's a mutual understanding, and you've all agreed to it, like Brother Polai does, and this other gentleman I spoke to, and a lot of this happens in Pakistan a lot, by the way. Let me tell you that now. But most of it is not.
Well, we'll see.
Forced upon.
Yeah, some of it is
right?
forced upon.
And that's where I disagree. The ones that are agreed and decided, yes, we're going to do this, and they're happy with it, that's a different dilemma altogether. And that does happen a lot in Asian countries and Arab countries. A lot. And they're all living like sisters, and I just don't know how they do it.
You don't know how they do it? It's a simple thing, man.
No, I don't know, man. I can't get... No, it's not.
It is a simple thing, man. For real.
No,
As I said,
man,
I know because I used to almost live that kind of life in the past.
Yeah.
You understand? So I know that.
Oh, God.
For me, with the baby mother them, I call them the baby mother them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all, you know what I mean? After a while, everybody settled. They kind of got on and they kind of worked together. You understand? You know?
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. That's what I said
so
to you.
I know that it does work. As long it does work, because there's no animosity between them.
Of course, it does work. Yes, but not in all cases. I mean, not all people agree, though. You see, that's what I'm trying to say. It will work in some cases. Like we just mentioned a handful of people. We've not mentioned like thousands of people because it doesn't work. It doesn't work. People can't apprehend it. People cannot understand why people would do that. So it's different. It's different. I know you've been in it, but then that's you. I can count 4 or 5 more people. That's about it. I think the way we're conditioned and the way we were brought up, it's not. The society has accepted the fact that it can't be. It's just husband and wife, and that's it. You know, any third person coming in between, it just ruins everything. And not westernized, especially the westernized country. We've been brought up here in such a way that we just don't agree with that. It doesn't make sense to us. But when you go to Arab countries and Asian countries, it's common. It's a common thing there.
It's common, but you see, when they say that it's only a man should only have one wife, yeah, you have to look at the culture of the people that said that, yeah, and the culture of the people that said that is people that living in the snow, yeah, and those kind of things, and at the same time, their birth rate is very low, and they can't keep up with all of that work there and tree wife and next, you understand? It's just tradition in some African countries, some places in Africa. It's just natural. Yeah. In different countries, it's just a natural thing, you know. Well, it's not everybody can deal with it, but enough of the rich kings.
They had a documentary. They had a documentary on about Africa. I can't remember the part of the country it was in Africa, where one man had 4, 5, 6 wives, and he had 6, 7 huts made for them. And all the kids would go and meet the other white wives. They had a tradition going on where they would meet in the morning, have breakfast in the morning, all of them. Yeah. And there was land out there, and they all participated together. They're all building up not just a big unity, but also land. They worked on the land. And it was a huge, beautiful documentary. I'll try and find it for you and I'll send it to you. And I was like, oh, wow. And they're all living in harmony.
Yeah, I seen her one day with a man. He had about 50 odd children.
Yes.
Nearly 50 children or so, and about 10 wives or something like that, or something like that. And the last wife, there was a man there. He was about 98, and he got married the other day to a 17-year-old.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No.
What, he's too old for you?
No, this is not mine. No.
At least you don't have to chase him down the road, man. You know. You don't have to chase him nowhere.
He ain't moving, mate. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you can just push him in the bus lane, innit?
Oh, no. That's a no-go area, mate.
Yeah, just push him in the bus lane.
He'll be lucky if he gets off his bloody chair.
Yeah, but you see, but in the African country, that's normal to some people. Right, Sharika's going to be coming on soon.
I know.
Right, I would like to bring her in. I like to bring her in before the show closes. Can you add her?
Okay.
Add her
All
to your
right then.
platform.
Okay, let me see if I can add her.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shireen Carr.
We'll
Shireen
carry the
Carr.
conversation on with these girls and see
Yeah.
what
Oh,
they
you
say.
should. Can you add her? I don't know if I should call her or add her. Yeah, you add her to your thing.
I'm trying. Okay, let me see if I can add her.
Yeah, add her because
Um,
she's there on
so
my.
what do you think about today's topic then?
I think you've done very well. I think you've done very, very, very well, and
It was a good,
you're
it was a
looking.
good conversation today, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, you're looking forward to, one day you come home, you see a man in the kitchen with the apron on cooking your food. You'll be happy.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if you put the music on for a bit and then we're going to just bring these girls on and bring the topic back up again. See what they say.
Then, but yeah, we're going to talk to the girls then. We're gonna interrupt for about 5 minutes. Just go and show us out. Just bring them through and I'll talk for a little bit.
Okay, my dear.
Right. So people.
Okay, dear. Okay, bye. Bye.
Right. We're talking about, is it okay for a man to have more than one wife? This topic wasn't really arranged. Yeah, I never arranged the topic at all. That's the funny thing about this, I never even planned for this debate. Let me see what the debate was for today. Oh, today's debate was about weave. Yeah, but I said no, we can leave that till Thursday. And then she came up with this debate. Is it all right for a man to have more than one wife? And is it okay for a woman to have more than one husband? That was the talk. Yeah, so, yeah, thank you for listening. I'll type the texting crew. Yeah, so, that was the talk. And I didn't even give out the number, which is on the website. You can catch us on blessradio1.com. Yeah, the number is there. Yeah, if you want to look the number. Relationship and boundaries. I'll take the crew from St. Lucia. All right. Yes, people, we're also going to be linked up to St. Lucia on RFI FM. That's 1021 FM. 102.1. That's where it's supposed to be. FM. Right. That's in St. Lucia. We're going to link up with that. Hold on. We're going to link up with that very soon. We're going to bring in our crew from America so that they can come in live and we're going to talk the thing. And then after that, we're going to have a little break. So give thanks for listening. Check us on Thursday from 8 till 10 where we're going to be talking about weave and where it come from and how it come about, and we're going to let the Asian community tell you how it really go. Because when I talk to you, no one listen. Yeah, and I put dead people here upon your head and go on like it good and go in a church and say you're saved. And you have dead people here upon your head. How are you going to be saved? You know what I mean? Your mother never tell you enough to wear people clothes. Yeah. But yet you can wear their hair. Okay, next week, yeah? Where's my engine there? Alright. So, as we move along like this.
The slave ship was called Jesus Christ.